If you haven't purchased a home in a while, or you're a first-time home buyer, it's very important that you understand you have three things that protect your deposit, and they're called contingencies. You have your inspection, your appraisal, and your loan contingencies. And it's important that you don't waive these, because if you do, if you forego them in the contract, then you're basically saying, my deposit is non-refundable, and I know nothing about the property. I don't know if it's going to be valued by the bank properly, or if I can even obtain this loan, but you can basically have my deposit, seller, regardless of if I buy it or if I can't buy it. So do not waive your contingencies as a buyer. It's very important that you first inspect that property, and you'll have between 7 and 17 days to do so. Read all the disclosures, the HOA paperwork, and everything. Then you have your appraisal. Make sure that the bank sends an appraiser and that the listing agent makes sure that they're communicating with the appraiser to provide the highest comps for the community, the past sales, and providing the upgrades of the home, because the appraiser needs to be informed about the true value of that property rather than giving a subjective opinion that might cause the valuation to come in low, because you will have to come up with that gap money if it comes in low. And it's not appropriate for it to do so. If it compares with other really good sales in the community, then it should be valued higher. But an appraiser might be from out of the area, so that listing agent, it's important that they communicate with them and provide as much information about that property as possible. Then you have your loan contingency. So as a buyer, do not buy anything during escrow. Do not get a new car. Do not lease anything. Do not change jobs. Don't go on sick leave. Just stay put. Don't do anything different, because if you do, you might not qualify for that loan, and you might not find out until a couple days before escrow is supposed to close. And don't remove your contingencies until all of those things have happened. You must do the inspection, get your appraisal back, and get your clear to close notice from your lender saying, we're good to go, we're about to fund, everything's in, I've gotten final verification of your employment, and you can now remove your contingencies. Then you do so in writing. But make sure when you put your offer in on that property that you're working with an agent that is not new and trying to just get your offer accepted because they're jumping through hoops and saying, pick me, we'll waive all our contingencies. That is a horrible strategy, and it's putting your deposit completely at risk. People have even come to me and said, Rebecca, I've lost $30,000 working with a new agent because they didn't know what they were doing, and they waived all my contingencies, and I couldn't perform because the property appraised too low. That is a nightmare, and it's happened to people. So make sure you have your three contingencies intact and that you understand the contract and you're working with an experienced agent. Hope this was helpful.